Hey everybody, welcome back to A Glittery Life. Okay, so it is time for a favorites video. I was too busy and didn't film a July favorites, and August is almost over, so this is my July-August monthly favorites. I'm sorry I haven't had those weekly favorites for you. We'll see if I can get back into a good rhythm with filming and get some of those out for you. The first thing I want to talk... Whoa. That was loud. The first thing I want to talk about for you is a favorite that I'm actually have also one for you that will be in my upcoming giveaway with Natalie. That could be going on right now. I'm not sure when this video is going up, so check the description box down below to see if there is a link for this giveaway. But okay, so I don't know if you guys remember, a while ago I talked about the Microderma Mitt that I've been using on my face and on my KP on my arms, which is making a huge difference on my KP, and it's doing a micro exfoliation without any sort of chemical product on my face because my skin is way too sensitive to do any sort of exfoliating like products on. And I had talked to a dermatologist earlier this year, and she suggested that I start using a non-chemical like micro exfoliant, and this is the perfect thing for me. So anyway, the same company was kind enough to send me their Microderma Mitt, and this is their makeup removing mitt. And I wasn't sure what I would think about this because I didn't love the makeup eraser that was really big a couple years ago. But I actually love this. This is not mine. Mine is in the bathroom and it's looking a little dirty, so I'm not showing you mine. And I'm going to leave this in the plastic Ziploc bag since this is going to go to one of you guys. I want to keep it nice and sanitary. But this is really cool. So you literally just stick your fingers on it. You get it really wet, like nice and wet. And then you just gently wipe it on your face. Takes up all that makeup. And for me, because I travel so much, any way that I can reduce the amount of liquids that are in my carry-on, because when I travel for work, I only take a carry-on suitcase. So anytime I can reduce the amount of liquids, I'm all for it. So the owner of the company, Judy, she noticed that I travel all the time and was like, hey, can I send this to you? I think you might like it. And lo and behold, she's right. It has definitely been with me all summer long as I've been traveling, well, the last like 8 weeks. So I'm really excited about that. It's new technology. And it's hypoallergenic. I want to just make sure that I tell you a couple really good things about it. Oh, it also even takes off waterproof mascara, and I have tested that. It does leave mascara behind on the mitt though, and I don't know how to get that out, but it quickly and completely cleanses the face of makeup, oil, and impurities without using a cleanser. Promotes skin health without changing the pH balance of the skin, which is what cleansers do. And that was one of the key things that the dermatologist, Dr. Winnie that I talked to earlier, she was like, you have to stop changing the pH of your skin. Like, you're stripping your skin too much. Like, we were talking about like why my skin would freak out all the time and why it's so sensitive. And she said, because you're stripping it and you're changing the pH. So I loved when I saw that this does not change the pH. It's great for individuals with blemishes and acne. It's hypoallergenic. I already said that. You can use one of these for 9 months. And for me, the best part about it is that it's been great for travel. So I'm so excited to be giving one of these away to you because I really love this, and I just can't say enough about this company in general. You can order these off Amazon, or you can order these off her website. She gave me a discount code earlier in the year to benefit you guys. I'll see if that code is still, I do think that code is still valid. So I will put that down below, and it's something, it's an X amount. I can't even remember. I'm so sorry. It's a certain amount off your first order. So I really highly recommend the Microderma Mitt for your face. I'll link the video where I talk all about that. I'll link that up here so that you can see what that really is. And then you could pick up both of these if you were so inclined. Everybody in my family and all my girlfriends have picked up the Microderma Mitt micro exfoliator, and they're all like, thank you. My skin is so fantastic. So anyway, I think that's a really great thing. So moving on, another great product that I've been loving for my face this summer is the Makeup Forever. This is their new water blend foundation, and I have shade Y245, but there's another shade that I actually think I'm going to pick up that I think might be even better for me. Sephora has a very limited shade range of these, but Friends Beauty, which is not too far from my house where I get a lot of my like kit supplies and stuff like that. If I don't get it at Beautylish, I get it at Friends. So Friends has the whole range of these, so I might pick up another color. But as you can see, I have like definitely been using this. It is very sheer, so it's not for those of you who want a full coverage face. It's for those of you who are just like, I don't know, I don't want a makeup face. I want a really natural sheer finish, and I just kind of want my skin to look a little bit more perfect, a little bit more polished, and I want to have a nice base to put everything else onto it so it lasts longer. That is a great product for you. Oh, I meant to mention this first because I was trying to go in order of like skin to makeup. My obsession right now, hands down, my obsession is this Biossance Squalene plus Vitamin C Rose Oil. Now you guys know I cannot use vitamin C for anything, but the way they have formulated this vitamin C with the rose oil and the squalane oil, I can use it and it is glorious. It is the most beautiful face oil. So I've been using this in place of a moisturizer, partly because my moisturizer that I love, oh, it's by my bed right now, is the Sicily moisturizer, which is like $575, and I'm over halfway empty. And I was like, ugh, I don't want to see that go that fast. I would like to have that like a little bit into like early winter when my skin is a mess. So I need to slow my roll on that. And so I picked this up at Sephora when I was in Vegas because everybody was talking about this brand. I picked up their other 100% squalane and I haven't tried it yet because I really have just been using the oil. So let me know if you've even heard of this. I'm going to link this down below. I'll link everything down below for you because it's possible that you haven't heard of this. So, and then under eyes, let's talk about how bad my under eyes have looked lately. I see pictures of myself and I'm like, you're so tired. I had several weeks of 4:30 call times because of the movie and production with that and just stuff like that. So that threw my sleeping schedule off. I feel like I'm only sleeping in like 4-hour increments right now in general. And then last night when I had the chance to like go to bed early and then sleep in this morning, I screwed myself over because I'm the biggest scaredy cat ever. And I watched, like, I binged, I don't know, like 5 episodes of Stranger Things last night before I went to bed. And I had the worst nightmares. All I kept dreaming about was being chased and it was terrible. I don't know if I can even finish the show, you guys. Like, that's what a big fat scaredy cat I am. But the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye, I didn't travel with this summer, and that was like my biggest mistake ever. So now that I'm back home, I am like pumping the brake. I'm like pumping the brakes on my dark puffy under eyes and just piling this on. You guys know I put so much on. I don't rub it in. I don't put a light thin layer. I like pile it on so you can actually see it, and then I let it absorb. That is the key to this. That's the key to under eye cream. So amazing product. Okay, let me talk about actually what's on my eyes today, and what's been one of my like default shadow palettes this summer is the Makeup Geek in the Nude palette. This was such a, when this palette launched, this was such like a really cool moment for me, and I was too busy to even do like the unboxing, which really kind of made me sad because I was so fortunate to get to work with Makeup Geek on the actual campaign for this palette, doing the artistry that you see here with these women. I didn't do her. I worked alongside Kevin James Bennett, who was also producing the shoot. But in this particular image, I did both of their makeup, and it was like such a surreal moment. And those were, if you have watched my Instagram story from Fame Expo, when you saw the like 12-foot tall, like pictures of this campaign, and I was like just freaking out to see my work in like life's like big, larger than life. So anyway, this palette, the In the Nude palette, which I would love to do a review on if you think that would be helpful for you. I just hate that I don't hear anybody talking about this, but that also could be that I don't have time to watch YouTube, and so maybe I missed all those videos. I don't know, but this is totally worth it. It's not like any other palette that I have, and the price point is a really decent price point. And I just like the new packaging too, the way they're kind of doing everything, but there's a couple new colors in this called Creased and Dark Roast and Buffed. I think those 3 are some of the new ones, and I love them so much. And in fact, the brushes that I use most in terms of eyeshadow right now are, now don't think I have turned my back on my Wayne Goss brushes. I love them. I always use them. I use them today. But there are 3 brushes that I cannot live without that I use all the time. And that is the Smith 232, which is their large crease brush, the Smith 230, which is their petite crease, and then the Smith 253, which is their petite arrowhead. Let me give you a good like shot of those. If you are going to spend any money on brushes, like this year, pick these up. They're so fantastic. Now, they're not the only brushes that I would ever recommend. And I think I have a brush video. I can't even remember if I ever filmed that. I'll link that up here if I do have a brush video on my brush favorites. But these 3 brushes I can do my whole eye with. I don't need anything else. And sometimes you just need to keep it simple when you're in a hurry. So those are how I keep it simple. Another eye palette that I have defaulted to a ton this summer for one color is the Natasha Denona Star palette. I like the whole palette, don't get me wrong. But there is a duochrome in here that I wear all the time. It's so pretty, and I don't know if you know this about her colors, but they are self-blending, which means you don't need a transition color. And so you literally just put it, like I'll like messy press it on my eyelid. I can do my eyes with this look in about 30 seconds, which is why it's a good default for me. And then I'll take a clean blending brush and blend it into the crease. And all of a sudden there I have my lid, sorry, I'm like flipping you off, sorry, lid to crease transition with one shade. It's very dimensional. It's so pretty, and it's not even too dark for daytime. It's not too smoky for like just a cool daytime look. I wear that all the time. And then I'll take one of the Chroma Crystal toppers out of the Star palette and I'll just tap it in the inner corner just to give a little bit of dimension. But I just can't stop with that one. And the Star palette is not limited edition. It's one of those palettes that I definitely recommend all the time to people because it's a warm side, cool side palette. And there's not a single color in here that I don't like. The Chroma Crystals, you have a learning curve because they're just a topper shadow and you have to use your finger to apply them. You cannot use a brush. They don't work that way. So there is a learning curve with that. Another eye product that from Natasha that I've really been enjoying this summer, and I've had this for a while and never used it. This is her eyebrow shadow in shade 34 Brunette, and it's her brow powder. It's perfect for summer because I like a really subtle brow behind my bangs for the summer. I don't want anything drastic or dramatic, and quite frankly, a lot of times my bangs are twisted back or I've got a headband on and you can't see my bangs, but I don't want these big heavy brows, especially because I don't like that aesthetic. But even then, if I don't have eye makeup on, I just need a really soft but filled in brow, and this has been perfect for this. I'm pretty sure Beautylish has this in stock. I will link this down below with everything else. One hair product that I just have to tell you about because I can guarantee you guys have never heard of this, and I love discovering new products. This is one of the fun things about being in Sephora's right now so much, doing training with their employees, is that I am discovering all these new products like Biossance I'd never heard of until like a couple, I don't know, what, a month ago or whatever. And then I picked up a sample, and then I finally picked up the full size in Vegas because that one's not super cheap, but because it's an oil, you only need like 2 drops for your face, maybe 3. I do 3 drops because then I put it all over my neck and décolleté. But I am sure you have never heard of the Garrett Markinson Reverie hair care line. I can't even talk right now. Hair line. This is the Milk. This is their like anti-frizz, detangling. You barely need any. I do like 2 pumps. This is their nourishing treatment, leave-in nourishing treatment. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. I also have their hair tonic, and the jury is still out with whether I think that's worth it or not. But this 100% is worth it. So I'm going to see if this is available on Sephora.com. I got this at Sephora in Santa Monica because he is a local local to LA hairdresser, and so I think that's partly why Santa Monica carries it. But I will see if it's online for you. I'm trying to think if I have anything else to tell you about for my favorites. Oh, I do want to mention that I've been loving the Benefit Cosmetics California blush. My overspray is like, and the overspray on this is totally gone now, so it's really just that coral, and it's a really fun color for summer. It is what I'm wearing on my cheeks today, very subtly, and I just really enjoy it. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot about my most favorite thing of life this summer. Hold on, I'm back. I have to show you my new fragrance dream come true. I have been posting about this on Instagram because it's so amazing. This is by Penrose. This is Secret Genius. You know, I have the most sensitive sinuses ever. I can never wear anything. I can wear the Juliet Has a Gun, not a perfume, and I can sometimes wear this, oh my gosh, I can't even think of what it is right now, so whatever. No, that's going to drive me crazy. The Elizabeth and James Nirvana Black and White, I can layer those, but not always. Sometimes it's too much for my sinuses just because my allergies are so bad. But when I smelled this, I thought I was in heaven. And I feel like it's a fragrance that is just made perfectly for me. Their whole fragrance line is wearable. It's meant to be layered and blended, and you're meant to have a connection with the scent. I don't think I've ever connected more with a scent than this one. They have a beach one that apparently layers perfectly with this, but I haven't smelled that yet. So I need to check that out because I might need that one as well. It is the sweetest, most beautiful non-floral scent ever. So if you happen to be in a Sephora that carries the Penrose line, check it out. They're just a cool company as well. Like, I have to say, I like them as a company. And I like that they're very like kind of hippie in the sense that they want you to like have an emotional response to a perfume. And so they create things that elicit an emotional response. So I don't know, maybe this will get me a boyfriend. We'll see. Anyway, I think that's it for my monthly favorites for June, July favorites. Everything is linked down below. There's some giveaways going on. So check those links down here. Subscribe if you haven't. Welcome if you're new, all that goodness. Let me know what you think about any of these products or anything that you think you might want to pick up based on my recommendations. I always love hearing what you guys like out of my recommendations, but enough is enough. You guys are amazing. Mwah. Bye.